What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see in today's video, we are doing an SEC teams tier list for this upcoming 2021 football season. As you can see, we have 5 categories for all 14 of the SEC teams. We have Atlanta contention, meaning that I would not be surprised to see these teams in the championship game in Atlanta this year. And we have 9 or 10 win teams, not quite in Atlanta, but on the borderline of it, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they make it either. Then we have bowl game, meaning probably about 6, 7, 8 wins, and obviously we'll make a bowl game this year. Then we have bowl game if lucky, so probably around 5, 6 wins, and they'll probably need a little bit of luck to make a bowl game this year, which you need 6 wins to do. And then in the bottom we have will win 4 games at the most. These are your bottom feeder teams, of course, your Vanderbilts, people like that, and just teams that are overall horrible and should not be in this football conference. So let's go ahead and get it started. We'll probably go in alphabetical order since they're already in alphabetical order. So obviously Alabama's going to be in Atlanta contention. I will be ranking these in the tiers as well. So Alabama will be number 1 in the SEC. Obviously, that's not me being biased. I mean, it's just like, how can you pick anybody else? Arkansas, I will put Arkansas. Let's go with bowl game. They showed a lot of improvement last year with Sam Pittman. I think they won 3 or 4 games out of like 8 or 9 that they played, which is better than they've been doing. They went like 2-10 for 2 straight seasons with Chad Morris at head coach. So I think they'll be much improved as they were last year, and I think they'll make a bowl game. Auburn, I don't see Auburn being very good this year. I think they'll be what they usually are and make a bowl game, although they will be better than Arkansas probably, so I will put them right there. They might get to 9 wins. They do about every other year, but they didn't last year because, well, they played less games, but they probably wouldn't have anyway. But I still think they'll be very solid. Florida will be put in the 9 or 10 wins. I don't quite think that they're going to be in Atlanta with these couple teams that we kind of think will be there. They lost Kyle Trask, who was a Heisman contending quarterback. I'm not sure how Emory Jones will play if he is the starter. I know he's a lot more athletic and more of a dual threat quarterback. For Georgia, they will be most likely in Atlanta if it's not Florida. But again, the 9 or 10 win teams, I wouldn't be surprised if they're in Atlanta, especially since Florida wasn't there last year. It's hard not to pick Georgia in the East with JT Daniels coming back. He was fairly impressive last year. He wasn't amazing, but he did pretty well in the Peach Bowl, I think. That's what they won against Cincinnati. Their defense should still be pretty stout, as they are most every year. And they have had some amazing recruiting classes these past couple years, so I definitely think they will win 10 or 11 games. For Kentucky, I think they will make a bowl game if lucky. I'm not saying they're going to be good. I don't think they will be very good. I'm guessing they win about 5 games. So that's right about where Kentucky usually is, 5 or 6 games. They might make a bowl game. LSU, I have 9 or 10 wins. I will probably put Florida ahead of them. LSU will be kind of a dark horse to win the West. I definitely don't see it happening. That's why they're a dark horse. I like Max Johnson to be the quarterback. He impressed me in the latter half of the 2020 season with the win against Florida. He looked pretty good. He was just a freshman, so I think he'll be pretty good in the SEC. Mississippi State, I'm not sure where to put them. They're either going to go in the last or the second to last year. They were horrible last year, but I think they'll be better. I don't think they'll be as good as Kentucky, but I think they might make a bowl game. For Missouri, I like Eli Drinkwitz. I think he's a good coach, so I'll put them in bowl game. I don't see them winning 9 games, but I definitely think they will make a bowl game because they looked pretty good last year, actually. And I think Eli Drinkwitz is a very underrated coach, and they also have a decent quarterback in Connor Bazelak, who I thought played pretty well last year. For Ole Miss, we know their offense is going to be great with Matt Corral and Lane Kiffin calling the plays. I think he's calling the plays anyway. But we know their defense is going to be atrocious, so I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with bowl game. Like I just said, their offense is going to be great. Matt Corral is going to be a problem. I do not look forward to playing Ole Miss, but it's going to be a fun team to watch for sure. I look forward to watching their games, and I think they'll definitely make a bowl game. South Carolina, I don't see them being very good with Shane Beamer's first year. I don't even think the man has been an offensive or defensive coordinator yet, and now he's a head coach of an SEC team. I'll go with bowl game if lucky. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. I don't know much about them other than I did play with one of their tight ends in high school, so I'm a little bit biased for him for my alma mater. But other than that, I don't see them being very good. For Tennessee, they're not going to be good. I'm going to go 4 wins at the most. I think they can win 4 games, but I don't see them winning more than that, honestly. They've had so many good players leave, like their best linebacker went to Alabama after the whole McDonald's bag thing got out and Jeremy Pruitt got fired. Although I do like Josh Heupel. I think he's a fairly decent coach. I think in a couple years he can make Tennessee, at least decent, at least in the bowl game area. But as of right now, they're probably going to be pretty bad. I wouldn't be surprised that much if they made a bowl game, but I would be a little bit surprised. Texas A&M, I'm going to go, I'm not sure. They don't have their starting quarterback returning, so I'm going to go 9 or 10 wins. Probably in front of LSU. I think they'll be pretty good. I think Haynes King is going to be their quarterback. I'm not sure. I remember watching him last year a little bit when he played Alabama, and I thought he looked alright. Other than that, I don't really know much about them, but they've been consistently good the last few years, so I'm going to put them in 9 or 10 wins. And then, of course, Vanderbilt. I mean, they're probably going to be the worst team. I'm not even sure who their new coach is. I'll have to look that up. But, yeah, they were horrible last year with Derek Mason, who I thought was a decent coach. But, then that whole Sarah Fuller thing started happening, and I don't know. But they're going to be terrible either way. Alright guys, that is the 2021 SEC football team's tier list for this upcoming season. Let me know in the comments if you agree with all this. Obviously I have Alabama winning it all, and I have Vanderbilt being the worst team in the league. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.